Okay, so here at Euston Station, ready for my journey to begin, Liverpool South City. Here we come, no makeup, no sleep, I already had a night out last night, well in the mood. Catch me if you can, it's going to be wicked, and if you're around Euston, can you help me carry this? Just getting ready, on the train. It's going to be good.
And there's also something. Oh, pressure.
There we go.
Dave P, as you're known by the locals.
Yeah, well, a few other names as well, actually, yeah.
Of course, you started Liverpool Sound City, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
What a journey. I mean, how did it all kind of start? Why did you create this kind of epic week?
Well, I guess I'm of an age where I've been going to these things for a long time, really. So, there's things like South by Southwest, Mead and Popcom. Been going to those things for many years, and also worked for many years on the in the City Festival with Tony Wilson in Manchester, and in fact in many other cities.
Everything is happening right now, and there's a very do-it-yourself attitude about everything, including kind of what we're heading up here. Getting everybody to kind of write their own reviews on what they're seeing. That with the conferences, with the actual kind of events, the bands. For you, the whole do-it-yourself attitude that you're able to do now in the music industry. Yeah. What would you kind of say to people that, are 19, they're in a band, they've written their first 3 tracks, what is the next step and what are you looking for?
Well, I mean, you're always looking for great songs, everything is always about the song, If you listen to any of the panels today, the one thing that keeps coming home time after time is it is all about the music, it's all about the songs. And I think I gave the analogy in other interviews that, I don't believe that there's ever the equivalent of a Pele never been found in the music world. If you're good and you're great, then you will be found. People will find you because people will talk about you. So in other words, instead of trying to force it, instead of reading books about how to make it and dressing yourself up with gimmicky marketing things, whatever else it might be, focus on the craft, really. Focus on writing music and getting that right. It's a kind of back to basics lesson, really. Is really, despite all of this stuff that's going on, get your basics right. Having said that, it's really important as well. There are, because of the changes in technology and so on, things like peer-to-peer networks are really important. So it's really important to have a presence on those networks, and so try to use them to your advantage. I'm a great believer in stealing other people's ideas. Go and look at how other people are doing it. Go and look at how other people use their MySpace or use their Twitters or whatever else that they're using. And think, okay, then what can I learn from this? In a cool way to kind of get it across.
So it's almost like you spoke about, going back to basics and being, expressing who you really are. I mean, a lot of people are going to be a little bit scared really about, being different and expressing themselves and, being completely different to everybody else. But you just said that's what the key is.
I think it is. I think not necessarily, not to the point where it's thinking, right, okay, no one's ever gone on stage and squealed like a kind of banshee, and kind of smash their heads against walls. Like, this is different, So I'm not saying to be extreme in any way. What I'm saying is if you sound like things that are current, then I think that's the wrong thing because, to use any examples, White Lies, who's one of the bands who's playing that festival, to think, right, I'm really into White Lies at the moment, to try and be like them. Well, you've missed that bus. Well, I think to be influenced by things like the Velvet Underground or to be influenced things by like Joy Division or whatever, and to be 18 or 17, 18, 19 years of age, then that's great because that's part of my history that was when I was growing up, but it's not part of yours. And if you're 18 and you're sounding like that, I think that's cool. There's loads of bands that I don't even know yet. I think come Saturday night, we'll all be frantically talking to each other saying, oh God, did you see them in there, and that kind of thing. And that's the wondrous thing, really. Tomorrow, even if you come down the hotel tomorrow, there will be people talking about things they saw last night that they didn't expect to ever see,
Yeah, and
that's what's really exciting.
Yeah, and that's what we're really trying to do is here with, the phones and getting everybody to kind of film it on their cameras. I mean, how important is it to you, as kind of, the person that come up with this whole idea of, bringing this to Liverpool, to get kind of the voice of the general public, to get the voice of the fans on YouTube?
Our strapline last year, and our strapline will always be really 4 days to DIY for. And so it's really about that DIY ethic. Yes, we are bringing in all these international people and these experts, to kind of, if you want, talk and discuss and debate different issues about the business. But what's as important is getting the DIYers, if you want, the young people involved in making music to be able to engage with these people, and so if you want, you tell them about their art, tell them about their ideas, tell them about their business, and give themselves a chance to be the mavericks or the chameleons or the entrepreneurs of tomorrow, really, so that's really, really important. So getting people going out with these cameras, doing this kind of thing. Fantastic, it's really, really exciting, and it's a really innovative and cool thing to do.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to be doing this all week. I'm going to be going around and I'm going to be discovering bands because there's lots that I've not heard about. So I'm going to find out about them. I'm going to get as many people involved as possible, and then a little bit later in the week we can catch up with you and we're going to find out how you think it's all going.
It's lovely. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.